Are y'all still going through this, man? What do you think the problem is?
I don't...
Martell.
She don't want nobody seeing that she's actually working with me in terms of effective co-parenting. She don't want nobody to see that. She don't want nobody to see that she's been nice or cool with me. It gotta be. What else could it be?
One thing about I'm trying to stay peaceful.
No, because I don't mess up your peace. I don't say anything wrong. I don't do anything wrong. It's all about the kids. She can call my phone and talk to the kids whenever, and I don't have a number to call my kids when they're with her. I just want her to do right.
Once again, Martell Holt has managed to place himself right in the middle of the storm. But this time, it's not just a small online argument or some random social media shade. What's happening now feels bigger, like the foundation of an entire reality TV show is starting to shake. And make no mistake, the ON network isn't playing games. Something behind the scenes seems to have exploded, and it might have destroyed any chance Martell had of pulling off a comeback. And at the center of it all, Aaron Curry. Yes, the same Aaron who keeps popping up and disappearing, like that one relative who shows up to family gatherings uninvited and then slips out before dessert. Only now, Aaron isn't just drifting around the edges anymore. She's right in the spotlight, louder than ever, and things are spiraling in a way no one could have predicted. This isn't just a messy love triangle anymore. What's unfolding here is about more than romance. It's about image, influence, and who really controls the story. To understand why it's become so explosive, we have to go back for a minute. For months, Martell has been trying to rewrite the way the world sees him. He's been carefully building this picture of himself as a devoted father. His social media has been filled with sweet moments with his kids, smiling captions, and family outings meant to make people think he's grown, that he's learned from the chaos of his past with Melody Cherie. It was subtle, but the message was clear. Forget the old Martell, look at me now. But then, almost out of nowhere, Erin came back. And this time, she wasn't whispering in the shadows. She came back confident, bold, and unapologetic. She started dropping TikToks that felt way too calculated, almost like she wanted fans to connect the dots. She started posting little clips, nothing too long, nothing too revealing, but just enough to remind everyone that she and Martell still had a connection. Videos of Martell calling her baby girl suddenly started floating around, and whether people liked it or not, she was back in the conversation. And here's the kicker, Martell wasn't exactly hiding her either. That's when things started to feel messy. Somehow, a private exchange between them leaked online, and it was awkward in the worst way possible, like a reality show scene that wasn't supposed to see the light of day. While Aaron was in his ear using pet names and asking for selfies like they were high school sweethearts, Martell was out here taking his son on train rides, putting on his Dad of the Year act. The whole thing felt confusing, sweet on the surface, but strange when you really thought about it. Then Aaron casually mentioned something that sent fans into overdrive. She hinted that Kirk Frost and Rashida might be coming to Huntsville. That one little comment was enough to set off wild rumors about a possible crossover with Love and Hip Hop. Suddenly, the whispers started growing louder. Could Martell really be planning to jump ship, leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville behind and dragging Aaron into a whole new reality show world? And here's where it gets interesting. Martell hasn't been on the most recent episodes of LAMH. His absence has been loud, and in reality TV, silence often speaks louder than words. Fans immediately noticed and started speculating. Was he quietly fired? Was he negotiating a new contract? Or was he plotting a dramatic exit to launch a brand new storyline with Aaron? The theories spread like wildfire. On the other side of things, producer Carlos King has been trying to hold the show together in real time. He's been jumping on social media, running polls, stirring conversations, and reminding fans that ratings aren't just about live TV anymore. He clapped back when people questioned if the show was losing steam, pointing out that DVR and streaming numbers matter too. And while he's technically right, numbers alone can't fix an audience that feels disconnected. Meanwhile, Martell seems to be living in two different worlds. On one side, he's clearly still tied to Aaron, On the other, he's clinging to his polished image as a successful co-parent and businessman. But here's the thing, Erin has always made it clear she doesn't want to stay in the shadows. For years, she was painted as the other woman, the side character in Martell and Melody's public divorce drama. She was silenced, pushed aside, and labeled in ways she could never fully control. Now she's refusing to sit in the background anymore. She's crafting her own storyline, and Martell seems to be letting her, maybe even helping her. Because here's the truth, the production team can only ignore Erin for so long. If she keeps popping up in his calls, showing up in his social media content, or even appearing by accident in his real-life videos, eventually someone has to address it. Reality TV is built on what's real, or at least what looks real. And that's where the danger lies. OWN Network knows that putting Erin on camera officially might cross a line for viewers. Many fans see her as the symbol of betrayal, the person connected to the downfall of Martell's marriage. Giving her the spotlight risks reopening old wounds for the audience. It could break the trust that keeps them watching, and yet Martell seems willing to risk it. While all of this unfolds, Melody Cherie has been quietly standing firm. She's been focusing on her children, her career, and above all, her peace. But even when she tries to stay out of the chaos, the drama finds her. Recently, she told a story on social media about a terrifying moment at a gas station where strange men blocked her and her kids. Without panicking, she called her security, protected her children, and handled it with calm strength. Fans rushed to support her, praising her as the true backbone of the franchise. And then there was Sugar Mama, Melody's daughter, who unexpectedly brought comic relief by blurting out something about a boyfriend on camera. It was a small, lighthearted moment, but it reminded everyone that Melody's world is unpredictable, real, and deeply human. But the big question still hangs in the air. What happens if Martell really decides to push Erin into the spotlight and possibly leave LAMH altogether? The heart of the show has always been about real couples facing real struggles. Melody and Martell's marriage, their divorce, their painful journey of co-parenting. Fans were drawn in because it felt raw, unfiltered, and honest. If Martell abandons that for a new storyline built around Erin, the entire balance of the show could collapse. Because here's the truth, people don't just watch for the fights or the scandals. They watch because they care about the cast as people. They cried with Kimmy during her cancer battle. They laughed and shook their heads as the Scotts built their businesses and navigated marriage. This isn't just television, it feels personal to viewers. That's why Martell's choices carry so much weight. By pulling Erin into the spotlight, he risks more than just his reputation. He risks the very essence of the show. Fans may forgive mistakes, but they won't forget betrayal. And for many, giving Erin a platform feels like spitting on the wounds they watched Melody fight to heal. Rumors are swirling that OWN has noticed. Some say plans to bring Erin in officially have already been canceled. Maybe that explains why Martell has been missing from episodes. Maybe they're phasing him out. Or maybe he's choosing to walk away before they show him the door. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. Martell doesn't want to play by the old rules anymore. Whether that leads him to Love and Hip Hop, a spin-off, or fading into obscurity, he's gambling everything on this new chapter with Erin. His fan base, his legacy, his image, it's all on the line. And the truth? Right now, that truth looks too messy to survive the spotlight. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Martell, Erin, or even Melody. It's about what happens when real lives and real pain are turned into entertainment. Martell might think bringing Erin into the spotlight gives him control, but sometimes the audience decides the story for you. Will this gamble cost him everything, or will it open the door to a brand new chapter? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Love and Marriage Huntsville will never be the same again. Stay tuned, because this storm is only getting started.